Cody Rhodes invades Drew McIntyre's home. For weeks, fans believed the Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre rivalry would stay inside the ring. Verbal shots, confrontations, maybe a stipulation match. But on this episode of Monday Night Raw, WWE crossed a dangerous line. In a cinematic segment, Nick Aldis arrived at Drew McIntyre's home with security, attempting to negotiate Drew's return under specific terms. Drew refused, making it clear he wouldn't be controlled again. He demanded the match happen only on his conditions, and warned that if Cody laid a hand on him before it was official, Cody should lose his title. Then everything changes. Cody Rhodes suddenly appeared outside Drew's house. Despite Drew warning him that his family was inside, Cody attacked anyway. The two brawled across the property as security struggled to separate them, turning the scene into something that felt more like a movie than a wrestling segment. Cody even mocked Drew mid-fight, sarcastically saying, "Merry Christmas." The reaction online was immediate. Fans praised WWE for finally treating this feud seriously and giving Cody an edge he's rarely allowed to show. Now, the big question is simple. If this rivalry is already this personal, what kind of match is WWE building toward next? Gunther humiliates John Cena after beating him. On Monday Night Raw, Gunther walked to the ring to a storm of boos after forcing John Cena to tap out at Saturday night's main event. Fans expected arrogance, but what they got was outright humiliation. Gunther smirked as the crowd tried to drown him out, clearly enjoying every second. When he finally spoke, he reminded everyone that he did exactly what he promised. Then he crossed the line. Gunther said Cena tapped out like a little bee, laughed, and declared that Cena was gone for good. He even climbed the announcer's desk, raised his hands, and repeated the insult while the crowd exploded with hatred. Backstage, Gunther continued mocking other superstars, brushing off insult from R-Truth and showing zero respect to Adam Pearce, who eventually ordered him to leave the arena. Gunther walked out calmly, completely unbothered. Fans compared the heat to Roman Reigns after defeating The Undertaker. Not quite the same level, but dangerously close. The Usos win on Raw. For the first time in a long time, Monday Night Raw felt like the old tag team division again. The Usos faced a New Day in a match that instantly brought back memories of when both teams ruled WWE's tag division. Fans expected nostalgia, but they got intensity, near falls, and serious chemistry. The match featured multiple finisher kickouts, loud "this is awesome" chants, and fast-paced sequences that reminded everyone why these teams are special. In the end, the Usos picked up the win after hitting the 1D. Interestingly, Jay wrestled more aggressively than usual, while Jimmy looked comfortable sliding back into tag team mode. That alone has sparked speculation that WWE may be delaying or even canceling a singles heel turn for Jay. Right now, it feels like WWE is leaning into the Usos as a team again, and for many fans, that's not a bad thing at all. The question is whether this reunion is temporary or the future of Raw's tag division. Paul Heyman, Mind Games. Backstage on Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce confronted Paul Heyman directly and asked the question everyone's been asking: who is the man behind the mask that's been attacking superstars? Instead of giving answers, Heyman did what he does best: manipulation. He casually threw out multiple names, suggesting it could be Seth Rollins, someone unexpected, or even a complete wild card. He acted calm, almost amused, while clearly enjoying the chaos the mystery had created. The moment felt intentional. Heyman wasn't trying to help WWE officials. He was protecting something, or someone. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky attacked. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky made their way to the ring on Monday Night Raw, but before either woman could say a single word, the Kabuki Warriors attacked from behind. The segment instantly turned into another all-out brawl, something fans have seen repeatedly in recent weeks. And that's exactly why the reaction was mixed. While the action itself was intense, many fans felt the storyline isn't evolving. The same formula, entrance, ambush, fight, continues without real progression or emotional depth. Online reactions made that clear. Some praise the physicality. Others question why WWE keeps giving this feud extended TV time without adding anything new. Rhea Ripley remains dominant. Io Sky remains fearless, but the story surrounding them feels stuck in neutral. Right now, this rivalry feels less like a carefully built championship story and more like filler content stretched across multiple episodes. Women's IC Championship match. On Monday Night Raw, the Women's Intercontinental Championship was on the line as the champion defended against Ivy Nile. Going in, many fans expected a competitive showcase. What they got instead was a statement. Maxine controlled the match, showing a more serious and aggressive side that WWE has been slowly building over the past few months. And when the moment came, she locked an ankle lock and forced Ivy Nile to tap out clean in the middle of the ring. No distractions, no controversy. The reaction was positive. Fans noted how natural the champion now feels in this role. No longer forced, no longer experimental, but confident and believable. Ivy Nile, meanwhile, continues to search for momentum on the main roster. While the loss hurts, it also clarifies WWE's direction. This wasn't about competition. This was about establishing authority. And after a clean submission victory, Dupree looks more dangerous. CM Punk delivers unhinged promo. CM Punk walked out on Raw with fire in his eyes and zero interest in holding back. He immediately targeted Braun Breaker, mocking him for never fighting alone and calling him a Nepo baby who hides behind others. Punk reminded everyone that while Breaker's team won a Survivor Series, Breaker didn't beat him alone. Then he drew a hard line, mentioning that bringing Punk's wife into the conversation again would make things personal. And when things get personal, CM Punk becomes dangerous. Punk promised violence, mocked Breaker's intelligence, took shots at Logan Paul by calling him a YouTube scammer, and even dismissed Paul Heyman's influence. He demanded that Breaker face him one-on-one on January 5th. Punk ended it the only way he can: calm, confident, and lethal. GTS, 1, 2, 3, best in the world. The crowd was loud. This wasn't the CM Punk of jokes and nostalgia. This was the version fans have been begging for. Serious, intense, and terrifyingly focused. WWE confirms LA Knight injury. Last week on Raw, fans watched LA Knight get brutally taken out after interference cost him his match. Even after being beaten down and dragged backstage, Knight refused to stay down. That decision came with a heavy price. The assault escalated when Logan Paul placed Knight on the roof of a car, and Bronson Reed jumped from a crate, crushing him with a tsunami. Knight had to be rushed to the hospital immediately. On Raw, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett confirmed the severity of the situation. Barrett said, "Yeah, here's the medical update. LA Knight suffered a number of injuries, the most serious of which was a cracked sternum, which is going to put LA Knight on the shelf indefinitely. Knight, we wish you the best. Get well soon." Tessitore added that the megastar is out indefinitely. With a cracked sternum, LA Knight is expected to miss the rest of the year and possibly beyond, leaving a huge hole on Raw. Nikki Bella wipes out everyone. During the match between Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez, fans were settling in for a competitive women's bout. The expectation was simple: a clean match with championship implications. Instead, chaos hit. Nikki Bella stormed the ring and attacked both competitors, laying them out without hesitation. The match was instantly thrown out as Nikki stood tall, sending a clear message that she wasn't here for a cameo. She was here to disrupt. The reaction was split. Some fans were shocked and excited to see Nikki back in such a dominant role. Others questioned what this means for the current women's division. What made this more interesting was Raquel Rodriguez's position. Until now, she's felt like a background player, but this attack may push her into a more serious role, away from Liv Morgan and others. Nikki Bella's involvement instantly raises the spotlight. Whether this leads to a title feud or a larger storyline, WWE clearly wants eyes on her. Mystery Man is finally revealed. After weeks of speculation, WWE finally pulled the trigger. The main event of Raw featured Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. As the match reached its climax, the Masked Man appeared again, attacking Rey and helping Logan Paul steal the victory. But this time, he didn't run. The Masked Man stood on the steps, slowly removing the mask, and the reveal was Austin Theory. The look was different. The expression was colder. Gone was the flashy confidence, replaced by something darker and more serious. Fans immediately noticed the change. Short hair, intense stare, and a completely new presence. This didn't feel like the old Austin Theory. The reaction was mixed. Some felt the reveal lacked shock value after the long wait. Others believed WWE is resetting Theory's character from the ground up. Moments later, Braun Breaker speared CM Punk, adding more chaos to an already loaded ending. Now, the question isn't just about the reveal, it's about direction. Was this worth the wait? And can this new version of Austin Theory become something bigger than before? Thanks for watching, like, and share the video, and subscribe to WrestleDose for more wrestling news videos.